How's it going, YouTubers? Nightmare70 here, and I'm back with another toy review, and this time I am reviewing Transformers Cybertron Thunderblast. Now here we have Thunderblast, and as you can see, her vehicle mode is an attack boat, and as you can tell, it's basically just a speedboat, but with weapons. It has a mounted minigun on the front, and a huge rocket launcher that can shoot 4 rockets. And see, she's purple with some silver, with some clear orange plastic, translucent orange plastic. And honestly, this is like the most awesome figure ever that I can have in my collection. As you can tell, really awesome detailing. She's even got some pink right there, and you can tell, as you can tell, she is a Decepticon, which is I think is really awesome, because if we've been having so many Autobot females, and since G1 we had RC, Chromia, Alita 1, and I believe there's some more. I can't remember exactly from the G1 cartoon, but Override was in the Cybertron cartoon, and she's the Autobot leader of the Speed Planet key, and so I thought we can get some more Decepticon females. We could use some, and Override is one of them, and she's really awesome. As you can tell, her minigun, the little minigun, can be mounted. It can be turned 360 degrees, so she could shoot some Autobots. And I don't know if she actually used this in the cartoon, but I haven't seen Cybertron a lot. So I don't know if she actually did use it, or probably didn't use it as much. But her rocket launcher can pivot up or down about this much. It is limited because of this piece there, but it can do 360 as well. Sometimes it gets struggled. Sometimes it can pop off really easily, but it can do a 360. Oh, and it go again. Either way, that's enough of that. But as you can tell, she's got four rockets inside the launcher. And no, they don't shoot at all, but wait, I think you press this, there's a little lever there, and if you press it down, is it a button? Oh no, that's not a lever. Sorry, I didn't know that. I haven't touched this figure in a while. Sorry about that, you guys. But yes, they don't shoot at all. But that's for the Cyber Key power, that little button there. Either way. So she is an Earth Planet figure. So if you insert her key right here, the little slot hole, and there will be like a red. There's some red there. We'll just show you like the front of the key. So if you insert it, a little rocket, the little launcher pops out. And if another launcher comes out, but it's a missile launcher. But and see, she has her missiles. I don't remember her actually using these, like grabbing it and then putting it in. That'd be ridiculous. But if you put them in here, as you can tell, the missiles are. And in my opinion, the missiles look really nicely detailed. But if you look inside closely, there's some bubbles held in time, which I think is a little weird. Just like with a Thundercracker, his missile has a bubble infused inside, held in time inside it. I think that's weird, especially because it's translucent. But anyway, you put a missile in, and it is spring loaded. See, and you can do the same thing with the other missile. To make sure it's in all the way. See? So, which is pretty cool. But she's already deadlier with the with a minigun and a rocket, and a quadruple rocket launcher. So you've got 4 rockets, and they don't fire at all, unfortunately. So either way, let's put these back. And if you look closely, yep, if you look on the bottom, no signs of Autobot parts. you'll think it's just a regular vehicle, which I think is pretty awesome. Yes, she is a shell former, which a lot of people, from what I've seen on the comments, on the part where if you go on YouTube, if you look up she scans this boat, a lot of people, from what I saw in the comments, were complaining because she became a shell former. Honestly, you guys, for me in general, that doesn't really bother me, especially because it's not even showing off. It's not showing any robot parts at all. So what's the big deal? That's just what I seen. If they want to complain, just let them. But don't complain on my post that why did I buy a shell former? Dude, it doesn't bother me at all. It's really just, I just want her in my collection. So anyway, for a size comparison, here she is next to Override. And honestly, I think that's out of scale. I think a boat should be a bit longer in the vehicle form, in my opinion. Yeah, here's Override with a Thunderblast, like I mentioned. And honestly, that looks a little bit too big. I mean, Override, I think Override compared to Thunderblast, I think this is a little too small for vehicle mode. And for one more comparison, here she is. Sorry, here he is. No, why would I say that? She's a female. Here she is next to Jetfire. Now this guy's huge since he's an Ultra. Let me get that out of the way. And her missile came out of her pockets on her holds. Here she is next to Jetfire. Now, in the episode where she scanned the boat, a few minutes after, or from what I know, once after she scanned the boat, after some speeding up, I think she encountered Jetfire, and she used her missile rocket launcher on him, trying to shoot him down into the water, which she actually succeeded when Jetfire did fall into the water. So that's enough of him. Alright. So to transform Thunderblast, what you want to do is, it's best to remove the gun. That's what I do. Or the rocket launcher. Just so it doesn't get in my way. It's been a while since I transformed it. And I don't know about the missiles. It really shouldn't bother me, but just to be on the better safe than sorry. Don't want to be having distractions. Let me just get the missiles out of the way. Like I said, it's been a while since I transformed her, so let me just try, okay? From what I know, oh yeah, these see where it pegs in on the front, those will be her feet. There will be some Hillsberg there, and the shell, the bottom of the boat, she's a shell former. Actually, oh, I forgot about these. These are molded in, which is really good. It just could act like it since she's a speedboat, and I think that looks really nice. Now we'll lift this up, and you can see her head already, and if you open the shell, there she is. She's pretty much a shell former. Bring this all the way down. See? Yes, she's looking like a crab. That's the way she transforms. Actually, yeah. I don't think these would actually bother me. Yeah, I'll just plug them back in. So to transform her, oh yeah, I think that's as far as they go. So this is probably the furthest they'll go. And if you look closely, I didn't mention it, but her Decepticon symbol, as you can tell, it's in the middle, and it's not a smooth look. See how it carves down, has it like sprays down. See, so it's not completely in one. It's not completely whole. Well, I wouldn't say that, but you get what I mean. See how close? See how it is? See how they painted it in? Which does kind of bother me a little bit, but I'm not gonna complain about it. At least she still has it. And detach the feet. See, they'll be plugged in right there. See that little piece right there? Bring out the hips. Do the same thing on the other side. Bring down her arms. If she'll stand. And for her gun, she can't actually hold it on her arm. See, that's why there's a little. She can't hold this onto her actual arm. See, and that's why she has those little holes there. See? But she can. This can actually hold her. She can actually like if she's actually grabbing it through this piece. So insert it there. And there we have Thunderblast in robot mode, if she'll stand. And there she is. And yes, the shell is kind of big, but it really doesn't bother me. Honestly. Yeah, some people might complain, but really, honestly, guys, this doesn't bother me at all. But what does bother me is that our figures today, the Siege, Earthrise, Studio Series figures are even smaller, and I think that's just not fair. And they're charging more for these for them. Where these ones back then, I believe, were like $7 to $9 for a deluxe, and honestly, those were good old days. Now, I didn't collect much back then. I was only a kid back when these were released. So that explains that should make you guys understand like why I didn't watch Cybertron a lot, because if I remember correctly, it was early in the morning, and I was pretty much in school back then. And honestly, I hope you guys are staying safe so far from this coronavirus. Since we were on quarantine, for me, I had to go see a doctor. Because if you live here in Pinal County, Arizona, if you guys remember Sheriff Lamb doing a yard sign pickup, that's what I went there for. I've known him for about 3 years now. I met him when I was in Cabot. And he ended up getting the coronavirus. And I went to the doctor to see if I was okay. So far, we haven't heard from my doctor yet, but I really should be fine. I don't feel any pain, so I really should come out negative. So anyway, on to Thunderblast. Now, Articulation, her hands are on a ball joint, so they could do 360, but they're hindered by the backpack, or the shell. But her elbows are on a pin, so she can go up and down. Her feet are also on a ball joint, but they're hindered because of the shell. But she can do a famous ladies kick. I'll kick your butt! So, and this is for transformation, but if you want, you could do that, which is kind of weird. Her toe pivots, right, it's because of transformation. Same thing on the other arm, and same thing on the other arm. It's also limited because of the shell. So let's do a 360 of Thunderblast. Yeah, for the gun, might as well just leave that up. I'm not sure. That's kind of weird. I like to just rotate it up since you're not using it. So I can tell Thunderblast doesn't really have as much silver, but she had like a some type of gray plastic. Well, in my opinion, I don't really think it's actual gray, or it may just be like a bluish gray. If you have her in person, in hand, you know what I mean. And if you look closer on her chest, it looks like she has a matrix for her chest detailing. The middle, you can tell the middle is pink. Since obviously she's a girl, she should have some pink. And honestly, and if she stand up, there you go. There you go. And you can tell it's really nicely molded. I'm really impressed. And her hips, oh my gosh, they're thick. Like a beautiful lady. Yeah, I don't know why I said that, but her head articulation. Does she have head articulation? Oh, it is, but it's she has some movement, but I think it's limited. Oops, sorry. Yeah, it's very tight. Yeah, her head. I think her articulation's also limited. Oh, sorry about that, you guys. Not even her, she has, as you can see, she's got Hillsburgs, but they're not even helping. So we can tell she's got more gold this time, like on her knees, the sides of her waist, and I just realized, does she have waist articulation? I can't tell you guys. It kind of looks like it, but I don't want to break the figure, so I'm not gonna risk it. But either way, as you can tell, now her cyber key still works. I'm not gonna take out the missiles this time, but see, it still works, and you can still fire them. Huh, alright. Either way, and that looks really cool. So anyway, let me get her to stand. Now for some comparisons. Here she is next to Jetfire and Override. Now you can see they are both taller than her as figures. So I think she'll be kind of screwed. I'm guessing because she's a Decepticon. She should be powerful, especially with Jetfire when she knocked him to the water. So yeah, she's really short. But I'm sure she's not as small as like our figures today, like the Siege and the Studio Series figures. I'm sure she's not that small. I don't know, but these figures back then, oh my gosh, were amazing. The new ones today are alright. I just heard on through a Facebook friend that his target, he lives in Georgia. He's also a Transformers collector. That the Earthrise, Thundercracker, and Skywarp 2-pack was sold out already. And I was like, oh, come on, are you kidding me? They might have been sold already. They just got released. But now they're already being sold. And yes, the Seekers are that popular. Honestly, for me, it might be a long shot for me, especially because I'm kind of broke. And we're in quarantine. So yeah, probably might not be out in the streets for a while. But other than that, I kind of like these ones more. But let's just hope I can get the Earthrise, Thundercracker, and Skywarp. Because I'm a big... Thundercracker is my favorite Decepticon. And that's why I want to get the 2-pack for him. So either way, as you can tell, despite Override being a vehicle, I think Thunderblast with her together, like you can see, I think it's a little bit off scale. Because Thunderblast, I think boats should be a little bit longer than a car like Override. Jetfire, I guess she's in good skill with him. Doesn't really bother me, especially because he's an airport plane, or I think it's a cargo one. So other than that, that's enough of those two. And now before I go, I just want to show you real quickly her light piping, if I can. I might have to turn off the light. I might. So hang on. Alright, let's try to show off her light piping. Now that I found my light. My flashlight. Oh man, that looks really cool. Especially in the cartoon. She had yellow eyes and that. Whoops. And That looks amazing. Especially look closely at that face detail. That looks beautiful. She is so pretty. Now, she was, from what I know, she was only repainted once into BotCon 2009 Alita 1, who I don't have, and I probably won't be fine. I probably won't be getting her anytime soon, because since she's a BotCon figure, it's gonna be really expensive. But I would like to have an Alita 1 in my collection, and the Cybertron one is no pass. But if it's too expensive, just try not to even think about it, you guys, because as you can tell, BotCon figures are really expensive. So that's pretty much gonna be it, you guys, for Alita 1. But if you can find her for a good deal, I say pick her up. Just not to try to pay eBay prices, because they are quite insane. And if you heard that, that was my laptop. I just turned it on. But either way, before I go, if you can, like I said, if you can find her for a good deal, I say pick her up. And she really shouldn't be that hard. But Alita 1, she probably might be hard to find because it's a BotCon exclusive and they are limited sales. And BotCon 2021 is actually going to be coming. I think BotCon ended up going out of business back in 2016, I think. I never been to any of the conventions, and I don't really know anything about them. All I know is that I'm just learning about this, like I mentioned. If I mentioned this back to my previous reviews, back in 2017, I just found out that their figures are really expensive. Tried to get myself a BotCon 2007 Weird Wolf, and for $65, that's a bit much for me, especially because I'm not doing anything at home right now. Not really doing much. And I'm not in college because, due to no driver's license, I need it to be accepted into college. Because I want to do criminal justice, and I'm pretty sure every law enforcement job requires you to have a license. Here in Arizona, anyway. But also because I'm out in the suburbs, and like, I'm about, I don't know, 3 minutes away from stores, and the area I'm at is not really much around, but I'm literally still not that far away from the actual town. Except it's gonna take me a while to get on the bike, so I am not doing that, and it's very hot out here in Arizona. But if you can get her for a good deal, I say pick her up. That's gonna be it, you guys. Stay tuned for my next toy review. Nightmare 70 out. Be safe, you guys.